We're all familiar with supermarket giveaways and promotions. Buy this and get that. Buy more, get more. But are you really getting a deal? In the spring of 1999, the health-conscious packaged food company in this story comes up with a brilliant plan to sell lots of their product in a unique way. Meet Tim McMahon, company spokesperson.
We've done some promotions before with giveaways. This is a slightly different giveaway in that you're giving away flight miles, which no one had done before.
Their plan? Give away 50 air miles for every item purchased. Just send in the barcodes on a label as proof. The company offers to double the air miles if they are sent in by a certain date.
Well, 500 flight miles is pretty good for most people. You did a couple of 3 or 4 of those, and you could take your family on a nice vacation. So we ran the numbers, and it said somebody would really literally have to buy 4,000 or 5,000 items. No one's going to bust in the bank on this. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, that would be David Phillips. David discovers the promotion while shopping.
I happened to be doing the grocery shopping one night, and I saw an airline on a frozen chicken dinner, some kind of promotion, and it said, buy any Healthy Choice products and earn 100 frequent flyer miles. So I started thinking about it, and the dinner was about $3, and I said, you know, that's a pretty good deal.
$3 for 100 air miles sounds okay, but a trip to Europe is 40,000 air miles. David would need to buy 400 of them, costing him $1,200. Not a great deal. But David is hooked, so he begins cruising the grocery store aisles until he hits the big time.
I came to this one store, and there was a display case that had individual cups of chocolate pudding for sale, and they were 25 cents each, and each one had its own barcode. I started doing a little calculation, and I figured, well, I can get to Europe for like $70 worth of pudding.
It's a deal too good to pass up.
And I, double-checked my math, and I just thought, wow, this is incredible. I mean, I was really excited when I found that chocolate pudding. And I just, grabbed the whole display case. It's a little embarrassing, but I actually was my heart was beating pretty hard when I saw that chocolate pudding.
David then hatches a plan to buy up as much pudding as he can.
I tracked down all of the other stores that were selling this pudding, and within no time I'd basically cleaned off all the shelves of pudding within the area.
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for some double chocolate fudge pudding.
This all happened in 1999. At that point, I really didn't want to give up the secret of the pudding, so I'd just kind of look them in the eye and I'd say, Y2K. In total, I bought a little over 12,000 cups of chocolate pudding, so I spent about $3,000 on pudding.
David is all but ready to pack his bags for Europe. He has enough pudding for 30 trips, as long as he peels off 12,000 barcodes.
I realized there really was no way for me to get all of these peeled off in time to meet the deadline. The second problem I had was, what was I going to do with 12,000 cups of pudding? But I got the idea that maybe I could donate all the chocolate pudding to a food bank or something. Maybe they could help me peel off the labels. So I did some calling, and I finally found a good-natured guy at the Salvation Army.
Hi, David.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
It's the salvation David needs. He soon has enough barcodes to equal 1.2 million travel miles. All he has to do to collect is send them in.
The promotion said wait 6 to 8 weeks, and I waited 8 weeks, and then I contacted the company and said, look, I haven't heard from you, what's going on? They said, we've got no record that you submitted the barcodes to us.
David's multi-million-mile claim has overwhelmed the company. The package has passed from one department to another until it's eventually lost. But thanks to David's relentless efforts and his meticulous record-keeping, the mistake is realized, and David is triumphant.
They sent me a box that was about this big, just stacked full of 500-mile certificates. I ended up with 1,250,000 frequent flyer miles.
Blunder is an understatement.
So that's the story of one company's marketing blunder and the pudding guy who could fly free for the rest of his life. Did you believe it? So that leaves the Pudding Man. He collected over 1 million air miles from just $3,000 worth of pudding. You may have seen it as a plot in the Adam Sandler movie Punch Drunk Love, and it's totally true. David Phillips really is the Pudding Man, who turned 12,150 lids into several European vacations.
I've always had my eye for good deals, and when I get intrigued by something, I tend to really go for it. This was by far the biggest, grandest thing I've ever done.
He broke the bank.
Did you guess David's story was true? If not, keep clipping those coupons and stay on the lookout for the truth on the next episode of Urban Legends.